Okay, let's go.
Hello, everybody. Oh, do you know, why are we always in a bit of a fluster when we come on a Monday? How's everybody today? Hope everybody is looking good, feeling fine, smelling pretty. Oh, that's a good one. I just made that up.
Very good.
Well
done.
Like that, do you?
Yeah.
Except we're not looking, well, I'm not looking good. You're looking amazing. I'm not feeling fine, and I'm not looking pretty. I don't smell very good either because it's rather hot up here.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So how are you, Louise?
Sorry, we have been running a bit late. We've been doing a little bit of photography. Thank you, Amco. So yeah, running a bit late.
Extremely late.
Yeah.
Good, loud and clear.
Might break the habit of a lifetime.
Exactly. It's even though we have all these hours, we just got so much to do, haven't we?
Yes.
And I had to go downstairs to get Louise a drink and a coffee. I'm a PA.
All
right, everyone.
Hi, Bro. Hi, John.
How's everyone today? Hope everyone's looking good, feeling fine. Oh, my peg on. So yeah, so Louise said we've been doing some photographs for a new sort of section on our e-commerce website. We're going to be doing some second-hand jewelry. Am I allowed to say that?
I think
Pre-owned,
so.
Pre-owned, vintage.
It's vintage and antique. We got one or two because I think it's got to be above a certain age to be classed as an antique.
Like me.
You wouldn't be classed as an antique.
I thought it was 50.
Oh, okay, but yeah. Anyway,
so I am an antique.
So yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's really, really exciting.
Yeah, we had a bit of sort of like lifestyle shots. We had some backgrounds on here, and we had like chess set.
Everything's been here. We've had like martini glasses. We've had fresh flowers. We've had old like Welsh hymn books, and it's just bizarre, isn't it? Like
chess
old
sets,
records, vinyls, and just it's been.
Yeah.
Crystals and God knows what else, everything, yeah.
So we've been doing an awful lot of photography for the last hour or so.
Not forgetting my morning with the gem light box, which was great.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Doing some simple white background.
Did you know in the app they've added background remover?
Have they?
I knew something you didn't know. Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's good.
Is it?
It's very good, yeah.
I'll have to have a look at that.
And there's I don't know if it's in the beta version. I'll have to check. Maybe Rocky will know. Well, Rocky will know.
Yeah.
You can upload to the cloud. You can have a cloud. You've got so much amount of storage. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I so I need to figure that out, and yeah, it's really good.
Excellent. So yeah, so we've been playing. Well, Louise has been playing around with the Pickup Media's Gem Light box. We've also got a lot of new products that we really do have to knuckle down and get recording this week. You may have seen some photographs that Louise took over the weekend with a new product from Pickup Media, which is the Gem Loop. We have that, it's downstairs. We have our own version of that. Not our own version, but we actually have our own copy.
We have
it anyway.
We have one. Yeah.
We have one. We've had it all last week. We've been playing around with it. It's been absolutely fabulous.
I love it.
The
Do
look.
you know what? I can't believe how easy. It literally came out of the box. Within minutes, we were taking really good pictures. I think in a way, I love the Gem Light box, but the Gem Loop, I just love the affordability of it. I know it is still expensive for a piece of photography equipment which just attaches to your phone. And there's lots of other things on the market, but I don't think they're like this.
No.
But yeah, it's just so easy.
It is.
And I couldn't believe the results. To be honest, I think I was comparing it to similar products which I've seen and you've tried out, maybe I've had a look at. So I didn't really, not that I didn't have high expectations, I just know what generally that product is like. So that's why I was just like, wow.
And you came onto
it's
it,
really
and
cool.
it's got the ring light, it's got the little sparkle light, it's got the star-cross filter as well with it. Yes, as you say, it's not cheap, but it is so simple. And what I find is that I want a product. So, this is the reason why, yes, you can take a nice photograph with your DSLR, which is what we're doing this afternoon. We can do it square, but you still then have to put that onto your computer to make sure it's all looking right. Perhaps lighten it, perhaps darken it. If you're doing it against a background, you have to make sure the background is perhaps completely white. Then you have to save it onto a computer. Then you have to load it up to your website or load it up onto Facebook, Twitter, and so forth. It does take time. And for us, time we don't have, and time for us is money. So this is the reason why we like Pickup Media's family of products, is because the app will do everything for you. Use the app, you take the photograph, and literally within 30 seconds, if you've taken that photograph, it's perfect. You can upload it to your social media, you can upload it to your website, and it's all done. And I think, how many photographs did you take this morning in the Gem Light box?
Oh, about 30.
About 30
35.
pictures. You've saved them all, they're all right. And basically, you've got no retouching, no nothing, and it's straight up onto the website. Not a problem. And it saved us hour, perhaps at least hour, 2 hours. So that's what we love. And plus, if you have to have it, a bit of software, perhaps you use Photoshop, you've got to pay for Photoshop. You can always have, I think it is GIMP that is a free option, but it's just too much hassle.
Horatius mentioning Canva. There's a background remover on Canva.
There is, we use Canva.
But it's the paid version, I think.
It is,
yes. But it is still, it's not expensive.
No.
It's like, what, 20 quid a month?
Yeah, 140 quid a year. Yeah,
I mean, even the free version is...
Canva, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's great. I would, have a look at Canva if... And I find it a lot more user-friendly than like Photoshop and apps like that.
It's a lot more basic, but simple, and it's very easy to use.
Yeah, it's great.
Sometimes I do import it. I export it out of Canva, then import it into Photoshop if I need to do something else a bit glitzy or jazzy to it. But I must admit, I do like Canva because I use some of the templates as a basis for some ideas, and you chop and change and take things out and you add things and change colours, and it is absolutely brilliant. But we're rabbiting on here, Louise.
We are, yes.
We are rabbiting. So, first of all, photo room is good. Yeah, absolutely.
Photo room.
Yeah, photo room. I have to look all these up. But as I said, it all takes time to add on to the original time that you've taken to take the photograph. Then you've got to upload it onto the website. For us, time is money. You're right there, Louise. What's the matter?
What on earth's that?
You all right? It's coffee.
It's trying to poison me.
What's the matter with it? It's all right. Oh my God, Lord.
It's like tar.
It's nice, isn't it?
Do you want it? I won't drink that.
Go on then.
That's bloody awful. Sorry.
Right, if I'm a bit hyper by the end of the show, if I'm going a bit frothy, it's because I've had 3 cups of coffee under my desk here. So, what am I going to say? We have a special announcement. Well, Durston has a special announcement. 1st of October, Durston have this amazing new product that is going to be shown for the first time October the 1st. We are in a very, very lucky situation where we are getting our hands on that product beforehand, but we're not able to show any of you until the 1st of October. So we are going to be tempting you with little bits and little snippets, building up to it the week before the 1st of October. So what's that, from the 27th of October onwards, we are going to be building up the hype to release this particular product on the 1st of October. And
Did you say what the product is?
No, I haven't.
Are we allowed to?
No.
Glad you told me that. I was going to blurt it out. I would have ruined it. Matthew would have been really pleased with me there, wouldn't he? I didn't realise it was that much of a secret. I haven't told anyone. I haven't told a soul, I promise. No one.
Good for you. Right, so there is this brand new product from Durston Tools that is coming out that is going to knock the market for 6. Completely original, completely patented product that nobody else has done or has got. As I said, we are going to be lucky enough to get our hands on that next week. Matthew's coming up. It is so top secret. We have not seen any photographs. He hasn't sent any photographs through email or anything like that. He doesn't want anybody to see it. He is not even trusting the couriers to send the item up to us.
Does he think the couriers are going to...
Because it may get lost. If it gets lost, it could fall into the
courier could be a spy.
It could be a spy, yes. So he is driving all the way from, I can never remember where he's from. I always say the wrong thing. Outside of London, that's the best way to be. Yeah. He's driving all the way here to deliver the package to us, and then he's going back home. In person. So it is that top secret. And if you want to know what we're on about, we've got the little film from Durston's. If you want to have a quick look, you may have seen it. We're just going to quickly put it up onto the screen now for us to see what it's all about. And we'll quickly play
know
this.
if
I don't think there's any sounds. But
there is sound, but I don't think you really need the sound.
No,
Can I put the sound?
So here we go. So this is it.
Ooh. That's exciting, isn't it?
And that's it. So, yes, we do know what it is, but it is so top secret. There's no photographs coming through. There's nothing at all, but we are being very lucky in the sense we're having one next week to play with. That's about it. Anything else, Louise, before we go? Oh, we're not going yet, are we? No,
we're not going yet. I have got my viewer showcase to do.
Yes, we
I've
do.
got Cody's lovely pictures and stories to tell. Should we do that at the end? Or
I think we can, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Or halfway through if you want to.
Yeah, just don't let me forget then.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to say?
Whew. Just the workshops are in production, aren't they? So that's...
Yes, we're still thinking about that. We're still putting
we're
plans.
not thinking about it.
Nothing about. We are putting into action.
It,
yes, and hopefully then later on this week we are going to be putting together a little demo version of what our workshops are going to be like, and we are going to be inviting At the Bench members to join us on Zoom to take part, just to make sure it works absolutely tickety-boo.
Excellent.
Is that about it? Anything else on there? Yes. And the other good thing is that whatever is that Matthew is releasing on the 1st of October, we will be having one to give away.
I didn't know that.
Didn't you know that? Oh, yes, Maria. We will be having one. It'll be available from the 1st of October, and we will be getting our hands on one next week, and we will have one to give away, but it'll be a Christmas. It'll be a Christmas giveaway.
What a Christmas present.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? Would be nice. Santa putting that in his sack.
Job though to get it down the chimney, wouldn't he? Flatten him before he got to the bottom.
Whatever it may be, yeah. I don't know. Yes. Dragon Hex question: white nylon brush, is there options to buy 20 on your website? You can buy 2 lots of 10. We don't have options to buy 20, but yes, quantity is 10. Yes, select 10 brushes, quantity 2, and you can have 20, absolutely.
Oh yes, we almost forgot. Well, I didn't forget. You didn't mention it earlier, but I remembered. I've got it right here.
We haven't decided how we're going to do this yet. We haven't decided. I've kept this to one side because I didn't really want to.
Because you're a hoarder.
I didn't want to give this book. Yes, we do have this book to give away, but we still don't know how we're going to do it yet. Okay, there we go. So we're going to have to look at this, and we still haven't decided yet. Okay, no, that's enough. Put it away. We still haven't decided how we're going to give that away, so we're going to be giving that away perhaps next week.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, everybody, it is everything else we need to say, Louise, before we start.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, okay.
All right, it is the 20th of September. It is 4 p.m. Monday time for our question and answer session. May we have the first question, please, Louise?
Yeah. Penny is saying, melt down my scrap silver. I have some sterling silver plated with 24 karat gold and also rose gold. How would you go about reusing this? Would you melt it?
Usually when you put the flame on anything that is plated, usually the heat will, in theory, burn it off. But because you've got a slight bit of plating on it, you may find that if it burns off, it may become in little blobs, little globules, and that may stick to your wire and then be melted down with the wire. So I think what I would do is try and strip the plating off the wire first of all. You don't want anything to contaminate the silver. Now, depending on the length that you've got, what I would do, if you've got, I don't know, 3 foot, 4 foot of it, I would fasten it in one end of your vise. I would hold the other end and get a piece of perhaps coarse emery paper and rub up and down it like that to get all the plating off. That would be a good way of doing it. If you've got a huge long length, perhaps you hold the end and get someone to go whoosh, whoosh, back and forth to get all the plating off. That you would need to get the plating off. Otherwise, it will melt down with the rest of the silver and it'll contaminate your silver. Was it copper and gold plating? Was it?
No, it was sterling silver plated with 24 carat gold and also rose gold.
And rose gold, yeah. So that's what I would do. And then what you do then, you would get your pieces of emery paper with the plating on it, put that in your lemel, because that is going to be, as I said, gold and rose gold on it. So that's something that I would do. But
forget about them with the silver. It was forget.
Forget about what?
Little bits of paper.
What do you do with them then?
I put them in the lemel.
You do, good girl. All right then, Louise, maybe have another question, please.
Yeah. Victoria has had some fabulous news. I've been asked to make a set of wedding rings.
Lovely.
Oh, fab.
Nice.
The clients want white metal. What is the best metal for me to use?
Now, if you're melting down white 9 carat or 18 carat, it is really, I find, really hit and miss whether it's going to roll down nicely. But if you're making them up from new, fresh material, I would definitely...
I have only worked in silver and 9 carat gold so far.
Okay, so you can use some 9 carat white, not a problem. If you go for now the problem is if you go down the route of white metal, you're going to have white solder. So this is the problem that you've got. If you know somebody who has access or has some panels of white solder, brilliant, buy a little bit from them. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy those big 2-gram panels. You can get other companies that will sell smaller panels if you can find them. That would be great. But if you can't, what you could do, and what I do quite often, because I'm a bit of a tight, stingy old man, is... You're not saying anything there, Louise?
No.
Okay. Is that I don't want to buy a big panel of 18 carat solder. But on the Cookson site, I know that you can buy 18 carat wire solder. You may be able to buy that in white gold as well. You may be able to buy it in 9 carat, I'm not quite sure. So that is something that I would look at if you're doing it in 9 carat. The process is exactly the same if you use 9 carat yellow as to using 9 carat white. Make sure your joints are clean and tidy, they're flush, and use a minimal amount of solder. But like all white gold, you may have to have it rhodium plated to make it nice, bright and white. So again, if you know somebody who has the facility to do that, you can, or you can just leave them the natural color. It's entirely up to you. So I don't think you should have any problem at all. Obviously 9 carat is going to be cheaper than 18 carat, and if you're still a little bit unsure, stick with the 9 carat. The bending is the same. When you heat up and anneal a piece of white, you heat it up, you do not quench it, you put it to one side, let it cool down, then you can put it in the acid then once it's cooled down to get all the oxides off it. But don't ever quench it directly from your from annealing into the acid. Never do that with white. That's about it.
Great.
Next question, please, Louise.
Okay, Amco is asking, if I needed an ultrasonic but I don't want to buy one, what could I possibly try?
You can always enter the latest competition that we have put on YouTube. Louise has got it on her stream deck right in the middle.
Oh, have I? Let's have a look, shall we?
There it is. In theory, if you click on it, it doesn't work on that computer, but it may work on your laptop. Can you click on it on your laptop?
The link doesn't work.
Yeah, try and click on your laptop. Could it kept?
Oh, I've lost my place now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does it work on the laptop?
Oh.
Does it say, oops, something went wrong? That's what I was getting earlier.
Ultrasonic at the bench unboxing.
Hey, there we go, cool. So there is your chance of winning a brand new Durston Ultrasonic.
Andrew.
What, Louise?
You've made me...
What?
Hang on, it's gone back to... Wait a minute.
What?
No, I think we're all right.
Okay.
I just hope I haven't lost any questions now because I've jumped off the
Oh,
chat.
I do apologise. Oh, shoot, there's water in it. So this is the new Ultrasonic from Durston. There's water, there's solution in this because I did the film last week. So you can win one of these little bad boys. And when you click on the, when you click on the link that Louise has just put in the chat, which is that way, just down there, click on it, watch the film, listen to what I'm telling you because of the listen. Listen to what I tell you. What's what Uncle Andrew tells you. I'm going to put this back a minute. So listen to what I tell you I'm talking about, because underneath the film there is a link to a little form that you need to fill in and answer the question that is within the form. We've had hundreds and hundreds of replies already, so thank you very much if you've entered that. And on the 3rd of October, we will be drawing one lucky person who will win one of those ultrasonics. It is absolutely brilliant. You look at the film and it is very, 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 very good. If you leave a comment underneath the film, not this film, but the ultrasonic film, you will get another entry into the competition. I forgot to say that on the video. I did say it on the Instagram feed from this morning. And that's about it for that. If you want to win one, get your name down and you've got a chance of winning.
Got to be in it to win it.
I've got to be in it to win it. And if you don't have an ultrasonic, a nice little soft baby toothbrush we do suggest, and some nice warm soapy water.
Unless you've got an emerald.
Unless you've got an emerald and then you don't have warm soapy water.
You can't use detergent on an emerald, can you? On an oil
No, we're not an oil-filled emerald, no.
Emerald, and most of them are, aren't they?
Yes.
So...
Please do cook careful.
Please do cook careful.
Maybe have another question, please, Louise.
Yes. Lindsay is asking, can you solder sterling silver jump rings? Oh!
Woo, woo, woo. Oi, David, thank you very much. We don't have...
Why isn't it?
Why aren't we going off? Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, Lindsay, I'm coming back to your question.
Yay, there we go. Hey, woo, woo, woo. David, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Me.
Thank you. Sorry, Lindsay.
Very kind.
Yeah. Can you solder sterling silver jump rings to fine silver, and which solder would you use? Easy?
What are you saying about me?
No, would you use easy solder?
Sorry.
Wakey, Andrew.
Yes, you can. You can use whatever solder you want. Perhaps I wouldn't use hard because hard is going to be very close to the melting point of the fine silver. So perhaps I would definitely use a medium. But to make life easy, just use a nice easy solder. Make sure you use your flux. Please, if you have to, use paste, but try and stay away from paste. It is the devil's solder.
That's me, Josh.
You all know what I'm on about. All right then, so yes, easy, yes, but never use an extra easy because that is not hallmarking quality. There's too much other metals in it. So definitely a medium and definitely an easy. Use some strip solder. Try not to use a syringe or paste. So Louise, going well today. Maybe have another question, please.
Joanne and Janet have wedding anniversary. They're not married to each other, they're married to other people. But yes, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. And talking of anniversaries, whose birthday was it yesterday? It was lovely Louise's birthday yesterday. 23 again.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Joanne is saying tomorrow is mine and my husband's 25th wedding anniversary. Lovely. Congratulations. He asked me what I wanted. I said silver. Silver.
Yes, obviously it's a silver.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So what? Strip, sheet. Say it. Why not? Go for it.
Okay. Janet, I've had a solid silver vase from wedding cake many moons ago with a broken stem. Should I melt it down or repair?
Why not having a go at repairing it?
Is it from your wedding cake, Janet? Or someone else's wedding cake?
I don't know. If it's silver, why not? Have a go at repairing it because it's something that you can use your skills on. We all can solder rings and jump rings and whatever, and we don't get chance, I suppose, to practice on any other items, really. If you're doing repairs, you do all sorts of things. But if you have a chance to solder on spouts onto teapots, and if you make a mess, it doesn't matter, you can melt it all down. If you get a chance on expanding your soldering skills, yeah, please do take it. What you've got to be careful though, and I don't think it'll happen in your case, is that sometimes we have a trophy shop not far up the road, and they come to us a couple of times a month with trophies where the handles have broken off and so forth. And the majority of those trophies are silver plated, and then the handles and whatever they would be are always lead soldered. But in your case, if it is a silver vase, you should be okay to silver solder it. Just check the seam of where it goes. Perhaps get a little penknife and scrape. If it comes off a bit too easy, perhaps it's been lead soldered. So if you try and heat it up again, the lead is going to... Wait, here we go again. What's happening? It's a little bit late. Little bit late, you know. But thank you very much again. And the lights, no, just that going. Okay, thank you. So thank you very much, David, for that. A bit slow today, a bit like me. So yeah, if you do heat up silver and somebody has lead soldered it already, it won't work. The lead will attack the silver, and the silver will crumble and is completely useless and worthless. You will not be able to use it, but have a go, I would, definitely. But congratulations on your wedding anniversaries, both of you. Another question, please, Louise.
Okay, Audrey has been asked to create peacock feathers out of silver-coated sheet. So when I file sides, the brass will peek through. Ooh. Nice. Can't find any double-clad. How do you fabricate double-clad silver over brass sheet?
Ooh, never done it myself. But I think the thing is, the silver is going to have to be thin enough to scribe through. I think what you'd have to do is think about perhaps how thin does the piece of silver have to be for you to be able to scribe through it. And say for argument's sake, say it's 1/10 of a millimetre. Okay? So if you have a piece of copper and you have silver on that edge and silver on the face of it, and that has to be 1/10 of a millimetre and that has to be 1/10 of a millimetre, how thick does this have to be? Because you're going to have to roll this out. You're not going to be able to fasten this 1/10 of a millimetre onto the copper, so you may have to start off with a 1 millimetre piece of sheet. Okay, and because this is 1/10, you're going to have a 10 millimetre piece of copper and a 1 millimetre piece of sheet. So that'll be 1 millimetre, that'll be 10 millimetres, for argument's sake, okay? And then if you solder that sheet onto the copper and on that side, if you roll it down, okay, that's 12 millimetre. If you roll that down to 1.2 millimetres, this piece of silver should be 1/10 of a millimetre. Does that make sense? But if this is 5 millimetres, okay, so if that is 5 and that would be half, and that would be half, that makes 6. So you have to roll that down to 1 millimetre? No, 1/2 millimetre. Yeah, in the region of 1/2 millimetre to get 1/10 of a millimetre and 1/10 of a millimetre thickness. So that's the only thing that I could suggest you do. And then obviously when you scribe through it, you'll be scribing through the 1/10 of a millimetre piece of silver, showing the copper underneath. But that would be the only way you're going to do it, is make it thicker than what you need and roll it down to the required thickness. I think that would be the right way. Louise, may we have another question, please?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a bit slow there, sorry.
Shirley is asking, I've been curious to know if you have ever designed and created any pieces for the royal family. Don't.
No, I can't.
Don't. Not for the monarchy directly.
Not for the monarchy directly.
That's all we can say.
I've got 2 years to go.
Well, don't spoil it now.
Come back to me in 2 years' time and I'll tell you something. I've made something for the news presenters on BBC, and I've made something for Jamie Oliver as well. I made him a ring with pucker on it. That's when he was young and he used to say pucker all the time to things. But that's about it. But come back to me in 2 years' time and ask me the same question. Next question, please, Louise.
Okay.
Sorry, Audrey, solder the 3 pieces together. If you can solder them together at the same time, do it. But I would just solder the silver, then the copper, solder that, turn it over, then do that side silver and copper, so you can make sure that it's all going to be gorgeous each time you solder. If you do it all together, there's a chance that they're not really going to solder, but do it one at a time and you should have no problems. Sorry, Louise.
That's okay. Michael is saying, when melting scrap silver with new silver, which kind of birthday cake should Andrew get? I did actually have a really nice chocolate birthday cake, but I shouldn't have had it because I'm not supposed to be eating chocolate this month. In my group of
I don't think it matters. I think birthdays are null and void when it comes to chocolate.
I've been eating chocolate anyway.
Chocolate.
It's all right.
We like a bit of chocolate, don't we?
Well, I don't. This is the worst thing. I just mindlessly eat.
But no, but then
and
you
I don't think I'm going to eat this chocolate, and I'm going to really enjoy it, and I'm going to savor it, and I just go, oh no, it's some chocolate.
But it's not as if you eat chocolate every day, so you think, right, I'm going to stop eting chocolate.
No, exactly.
You very rarely eat chocolate, so I don't think it's
I eat chocolate more than I thought I did. Anyway, moving on. Let's have a look. Mike has mentioned a YouTube channel called JTV. With your interest in gemstones and minerals, there are a ton of informative videos and experts to explain them. Oh, thank you. Yes, I will check that out, definitely.
Oh, sorry, go back on to Audrey. Sorry, is brass hard to solder silver to brass? No, it isn't. You can use silver solder.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Great. Victoria, how many RPM does the ultrasonic run at?
You see, what it is, you have to look at the film and listen to what I'm telling you. But it is quite straightforward if you work it out. The answer is pretty much in the questions. Next question, please, Louise.
Dan's asking, have you been to London lately? No, we haven't. Have we not since our trip to Hatton Garden?
No, we haven't been there. Do you know what? I still haven't made anything but the stones I bought last time.
No.
So I think
we are in the process of doing the something with the synthetic colour change sapphires.
We are, yes, absolutely.
So that's So
we're going to be working on that.
Yeah, and I have indexed the stones. I watched Kerry Gregory's brilliant live on cataloguing and organising your stones, and I've taken inspiration and I've started, haven't I?
Well done.
I know. I bought the box and so yes, brilliant. So no, but yeah, I'm sure we'll have a trip up there soon. It'd be nice to do a live from Wards, won't it?
Yeah, it would be really good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, be great just to show people around and.
Okay, have to have a chat with Tom and ask him which day is the quietest day.
Might, yeah. Okay.
That'd be really good if we could.
Great. Okay. Sandra's excited for the Durston reveal. So am I. Carolyn is asking, any tips for bending hollow tube without flattening or folding it?
Oh, this is really, really difficult because, as you know, it is going to. There are lots. If you read some of the old books, the old jewellery books, there are several ways that old timers will tell you. Some people will say cap one end with some solder and cap it, fill it with water, and then put it in the freezer. Obviously, you're going to have to try and put a cork in the opposite end. Put it in the freezer so the water turns to ice. Then you should be able to bend it. The ice will go and all crack and that sort of thing, but the ice will keep the form of the tube round. That's one way. Other people will say do exactly that and cap the end and put flour in the tube. Some people will say put sand in the tube, which obviously does keep the form. You can buy, they're in the cupboard, but I'm not going to ask Louise to try and find them because they're deep within the cupboard there. You can buy what plumbers use, and those are the little coils that go inside the copper tubing when they come to bend them. If you can get the small, I think I bought mine at Hobbycraft. They are very much like what the plumbers use, but they're a lot smaller, obviously. And I think what you do is actually put them on the outside of the tube, and then you should be able to bend it. That is the correct way. Alternatively, If you're interested in making things like creoles and sleepers that are completely round, you can do something really amazing. And when was that? When is that, Shepstone?
Mind your business, Mr. Parker.
We've got some other things to have a chat about a little bit later. You can get a piece of steel, round steel, that fits within the tube and form it into a curve, a nice even curve, which is the curve of the bend that you want your sleepers, your round earrings to be, okay? Then you harden it so it doesn't bend. Then what you do is you get your draw plate is here. Somehow you get the tubing. You put that through the tubing, so the tubing sticks out here. And then as you pull this wire through the draw plate, the curling action will actually curl the metal. And if you have this that is really, really long like that with a curl at the end, yep. And then you put your tubing over that. So here's your tubing. And then you pull this wire through the draw plates to stop the tubing coming through. As then the tubing gets taken around here, the tubing will coil, and you'll have this gorgeous little coil of round wire that is not dented or anything. I never had a go. I've seen it in action. It looks absolutely amazing, and I'd love to give it a go. So perhaps I will have a go. Next question, please.
Okay. Moon Jump has purchased C100 DRM in really good condition, but always wanted 130. Could you please explain for me what I'm missing from the C130?
C130 DRM. The extension rolls. So the C is a combination. The 130 is the distance between the pillars. The DRM is the one, it's a reduction gearbox, and it has the round steel round handle. The only thing that you may be missing is the extension rollers that would go on the outside. Now you can't buy them separately. You have to buy the rolling mill with the extension rollers already on, and if you've got it and it doesn't have the extension rollers, unfortunately there's nothing that you're going to be able to do, unfortunately. But if you've got one, they're like £1,000. The extension rollers are, if you buy the DRM 130, I think it's RE, they're about £1,220 plus the VAT plus the tax in this country, which does put it up to nearly £1,500. But if you've got it at the steel, brilliant. The only thing that you won't be able to do is to do things like D-section wire. But fabulous if that's what you got. You can do square section wire, which is brilliant, and you can do your flat, which is brilliant because you can do things like texture plates and rolling down your scrap and turning it into wire and so forth. But yeah, well done. You can always get your draw plates if you want to draw down some D-section wire. But yeah, but well done on the steel. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Cool. Should we do our bench star this week?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
fabulous.
shall.
So every week we are looking for somebody who wants to showcase their work and basically what they do.
Yeah.
So Cody got in touch with us. Bear with me one moment. Let me just get the information up.
You're so well organised.
All right. it was here.
No, you do a fantastic job.
I got the photos. Flipping heck. Don't share my screen yet. I'm
not showing.
Right, I've got it.
It's on you at the moment.
Right,
so.
okay. Right. So,
just tell me when to put it onto the...
Yep, Cody made a...
When you say yeah, is that now?
A Ramsey's bracelet, which... And I didn't know what a Ramsey's bracelet is, so maybe you could explain, Andrew, while I just get the...
I think it is. Oh, I just put me on the spot. I didn't do anything. I thought you were going to do all this. It's where you coil two coils together at the same time. And then when you undo one, you've got this gorgeous coil that is nice and even. And it is a way of cutting those coils to whatever length that you want. Maybe so 3 twists, 4 twists, 5
Cody
twists.
Cody is on. Cody.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah, brilliant, Cody. You can probably. Well, I'm sure you can explain it.
Yep.
a lot better. So,
oh, thanks.
No, well, it's Cody's work, isn't it? So,
and all the coils then to go together, and you put a pin through, and you solder them all together. It's as easy as that, but it's not. So I'll let Louise carry on. But Cody sent us his information, sent us some lovely pictures, sent us a link to his YouTube films as well.
Yes, which I'll post up.
Which we're going to post up. So I'll just pass you over to Louise, who will explain.
Yes. So this was the finished bracelet. Can you split the screen so I can share my?
No.
Can you put me and the bracelet next to me?
No, because if I do that, it's
Can I picture in picture?
No, it's only pictured with me because I'm the main camera.
Oh, all right. So that is it.
Look, see, okay. I can flip myself around and
That's
around.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Ramsey's bracelet. Cody first saw the bracelet on YouTube. There are a few Russian jewelers that have a few videos up of the making of it. So the hard part was not being able to really understand what they were doing due to not being able to understand the language. They didn't really show the measurements, so Cody had a bit of tinkering to figure out how to do it, which is brilliant, isn't it? It's like the best way, the hardest way to learn.
It's detective work, isn't it?
But I think you understand it better in like a 360-degree understanding of it rather than just this is the way to do it. And they didn't really show the measurements. Yes, so it's called a Ramsey's chain. It's 2 Bismarck chains, one coiled clockwise and the other one counterclockwise. Once assembled, you file the sides down and have them flush against each other and solder them together. This is Cody who gave me this information. I don't know any of this. I'm just reading out what he sent me, so I can't take the credit for this. This is everything that he's done. Then filing and sanding down the top and bottom. There are measurements I eventually landed on, 1.9mm wire and coiled around a 5mm mandrel. I'm not sure if the ratio will work out for smaller or larger wire. I used Jack Silver Darknet and then a satin buff on low RPM to get the final finish. So that is, there were a few progress shots as well. So that's progress shot 1. I also have progress shot 2 and progress shot 3.
Wow.
Yeah, so just amazing, isn't it? Absolutely fabulous.
So complex.
So there's a video as well, which I'm just going to pop up into the. So this is Cody's video on his YouTube channel, so do check that out. It's in the chat now. And I've given you a subscribe as well. I was really interested to know what inspired Cody to make this particular bracelet, what inspires him generally. So he said it's just something he really enjoys doing, being able to create something from scratch and seeing the final product come to life from where it started is just an awesome feeling. The bracelet, for example, started as 4 silver spoons. Wow. I would love to one day make jewellery for a living and or create my own line. Well, yeah, I think you're well on your way, aren't you, really? Because that's absolutely amazing. Self-taught, you and Andrew have been an incredible resource. Oh, brilliant.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Very kind. Thank you.
And what I really liked about the video was that it was just so honest, wasn't it? It was just every difficulty that he hit, he showed how he overcame it, and I think that's brilliant, isn't it? Because
he made the first one that he was wearing, and then he said from the front it looks great, but from the back it looks terrible. But I've learned, which is great, and that's the whole thing about actually even putting a film up to show your mistakes, to show your errors, and then learning from them and then making it again.
It's just so important, isn't it? Because then other people learn so much from watching somebody learning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant.
So yeah, really nice. Give Cody a nice thumbs up. Give him a subscribe on YouTube. Absolutely brilliant work. Absolutely, and being able to figure it out and work it out as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, it looks just like a puzzle chain to me. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So it's a Ramsey's bracelet.
Nice. I see. We just had there's a $20 come in.
Oh wow.
Oh, and we are
didn't,
buffering. We didn't know. Who gave us that?
Buffering. It's.
Can we? Thank you very much to Steve. Thank you so much indeed.
Steve,
happy birthday, Louise.
Drop me a line because we've got to sort that other thing out.
Yes, Steve, get in contact with Louise. We need to have some more information from you so we can sort of promote you as well.
Yeah, we haven't forgotten.
For Monday as well.
Yeah, so brilliant, excellent. Give Cody a follow, excellent. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, brilliant. Love seeing mistakes and how people overcome them. Yeah, and I think it's really nice, isn't it, to see a lovely polished and edited video from start to finish and like artistic. They're fabulous, but then it's equally important to see somebody go, oh, right, so this is how I overcame the problems that I encountered. Yeah. So I thought it was fabulous.
Yes, and obviously the more that you do it, the more you understand how things work and how things look and how the metal reacts and bends and so forth. In theory, you'll be making less mistakes. But to admit your mistakes and learn from them, fantastic.
We all make mistakes, though. Apart from me, obviously.
Apart from you, Louise. Yeah, okay.
So next week, I think we've got Sarah.
Sarah's next week?
Sarah's next week, yeah.
Cool.
So if anybody else wants to be featured, do get in touch with me, Louise at andrewberry.co.uk. And just let me know if you've got a particular piece that you're proud of and you want to show off. Get in touch. Just tell us a little bit about yourself,
and
really.
then your social media channels as well. Pop them down there so we can promote in the chat. Thank you so much indeed. Very kind of you. Several Russian videos on the Ramsey said these ratio 2.7 to 3, seems mostly 3.
I've never heard of it.
I've seen the bracelets and like the Viking bracelets, but I've never really gone into it that much detail myself. But it is really good, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, Louise, maybe have another question.
Yes.
It's like Andrew's old YouTube videos with the bloopers.
I love the bloopers. They are good, aren't they? They are good.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Whoopsie daisy, hang on. Okay, so we've done that one. Tiffany is asking, if there's small amounts of silver fill in my fine / sterling / argentium scrap mix, will it be okay to melt? And will argentium melt right down with sterling and fine? Right,
I don't know about argentium. I've never used it, to be honest. I know argentium is alloyed with other metals that do not tarnish and do not oxidize, and that is the whole reason of the argentium. So I don't know how it would be if you melted it down. I don't know how those other metals are going to react or how they're going to melt down. So unfortunately, I would not be able to advise you on that, unfortunately. Sorry. But try it. If you've got a little bit of argentium, melt it down, try and roll it out, try and hammer it, try and work it, try and shape it, and see what happens. It's always great to practice and have a go yourself.
Susan's saying you'll get a mess mixing that argentium has germanium. Not geranium.
Not geranium.
Germanium.
Germanium. Was he one of the Jacksons?
Jermaine.
Oh, that was Jermaine. Sorry, Jermaine.
Yeah. Don't burst into song. Okay, so before he does, Lisa's asking, hollow 1.5mm bangle open at flat seam. Can I insert 14 carat yellow gold wire into it and solder likely to rejoin? And what gauge?
Sorry, so read that out again to me.
Sorry.
Yeah, so read that out again.
Hollow 1.5mm bangle.
Right.
Open at flat seam.
Yes.
Can I insert 14 carat yellow gold wire into it?
Yes. What carat's the bangle? We don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
And solder likely to rejoin, and what what gauge?
Okay. I'm not quite sure if what I'm going to tell you is the right thing. For what? It is the right thing for us, but I don't know exactly what you mean. So what we do, we often get hollow bangles in to be repaired, and they've snapped. Okay, so there's the bangle like this. Here's the tube like this, comes round like that. Yep. So there's that, and sometimes there's a seam. Sometimes they're even done like this, like that, just so there's, looks big, but it's not. It's very cheap. It's very light. So if you have something like this, the bangle like this, and it's split, I would file the ends flat, so when they come together, they will come together like that, nice and flush like that. If they're all broken like this, and there's a, you don't want that. You want the ends to be flush. Make sure that you put in wire that is the same diameter as the hollow section here. Okay, if it's not going to work. It has to be the same diameter as the whole. Sometimes we'll use a little bit of silver. If it's gold, sometimes use a little bit of gold. Literally 3 or 4 millimeter going in that way, 3 or 4 millimeter coming in this way. So the section would look something like, okay, that go in there. Okay, so here's your bit of wire coming inside. Okay, so that's going in about 3 millimeters. You've got 3 millimeters sticking out. Can you see that just about? And it's the same diameter. And that is important because when you push this into this side, perhaps I would just taper the ends a little bit like that, so you know it's going to fit into this side of the tubing. Okay. When it goes together and you solder, the solder is going to flow between the faces and inside on the edges of the wire that is in contact with the tube, and it's going to produce a better joint than if you just put a wire and it was sloppy in there, because you're only relying then on the thickness of the tubing to be soldered onto this. But have this piece of metal sticking out that is the same diameter as the inside is the correct way of doing it. If you're doing this way and your bangle is that sort of way, well then I would put in a tube here, not tube, a piece of wire there and a piece of wire here, and I would put in 2 of them. Yep, going in. So then you have 2 round wires going in like that, and then this end would have the same, and you solder that together that way. But these wires have to be the right size, a nice push fit, friction fit into that. So that is how I would do it. I think that's what you're trying to explain. If the bangle is silver, use silver pins. If the bangle is gold, use some gold, but only go in about 3 or 4 millimeters in. Then you've got 3 or 4 millimeters sticking out that should push into that side, and make sure then that it isn't springing open. Make sure that you push the bangle a little bit past its position, so when you let go it'll be just touching. So that's, I think, is what you mean. If it isn't, just let us know in the chat and I'll certainly alter it around, but I think that's what you mean. Maybe answer the question, please, Louise.
Yeah. Okay. Paul is saying, what fluid do you use for jewellery? I'm guessing for the ultrasonic.
Definitely an ultrasonic solution. I would not go for washing up liquid or a soap or anything like that, because it is not formulated for an ultrasonic or for cleaning. You can use it. I know people who will use a little drop of fairy liquid or whatever it is in an ultrasonic solution. It works to a certain degree, but for me, I will always use something like Dual Clean. We buy it by the gallon, by the 5 litre container.
Oh, the Pro one, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Definitely.
I think if you use fairy liquid or something like that, they tend to go a bit scummy, and you can get like that clag if you're not careful, can't you?
It's great for your washing up your dishes, but I would not recommend it for your jewellery, because it could actually leave a little film on the gemstones. But definitely an ultrasonic solution. We use Dual Clean. At the moment we are using a ultrasonic solution that actually fights against the spread of COVID.
Paul uses a medical grade one for work. Can I use the same for jewellery?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Years ago they used to be ammoniated. It does plays havoc with your eyes. Your eyes will stream.
Not good for you, is it, ammonia?
So the majority, I think, they're all now non-ammoniated, but we will use one called Dual Clean, and that's what. But definitely an ultrasonic fluid. Sometimes you got to mix it to 1 to 10 or 1 to 11, so 1 part solution to 10 parts water. But definitely get that. It's far better than a bit of soap or fairy liquid. Absolutely.
Because the ones that are used in medical grade ultrasonic, it's like an enzymatic solution, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yes, I don't know if I don't know how similar. You'd have to compare the ingredients, I guess, because if it's good enough to disinfect, I don't know actually, because they're all stainless steel, aren't they? That's the thing. All medical instruments, dental instruments.
But I suppose an ultrasonic jewellery solution, it gets rid of the dirt, whereas perhaps the medical would be there to kill
really,
Bacteria?
before you put instruments in a medical, certainly in a dental environment, you'd have scrubbed them. You looked at them under an illuminating magnifier and scrubbed them again, and they would be clean before you put them in the ultrasonic bath.
Okay.
So
perhaps that ultrasonic solution is only there purely for disinfection as opposed to cleaning.
Is to sterilise.
Yeah, so perhaps they would be different then.
Would
Interesting
silver
to know.
rot with the enzymatic? I really don't know. I don't know what's...
Don't know. Try it, Paul. Try it, Paul. Because again, because you were saying you can test the efficiency of an ultrasonic by having some tin foil. And you have the tin foil strips within the ultrasonic to see how well it's actually cleaning.
That's a bit of a minefield in the medical profession. You have to test it for... it's like a swab test for protein and like bioresidues and things like that, which you've got to worry about, which, you know, obviously you don't worry about.
No.
But yeah, and you've got to check it for its too caustic. I don't, to be honest, I honestly don't remember because it's been like a year since I've been out of it now, but I can find out, I can ask one of my dental friends.
Why not? Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but they won't be able to tell you whether you can put silver in it or not.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's have another question then, please, Louise.
Penny's asking, can you do a demo of the gem light box and which attachments you recommend? I know you're not busy, lol.
Yeah, we can do that. I think we have one on YouTube, I do believe, but we can certainly. It's not even on me. I'm talking to you there. Yes, I'm sure we got one on YouTube, but certainly on At the Bench we've covered the gem light box. And because we've got quite a few bits and pieces now, perhaps we could do a really good comparison because we've got the gem light box, we've got the simple little pop-up tents, we've got the little black box that you can buy from Cooks, and we've got about like 4 or 5, 6 different sort of setups that we could sort of go through one day. Just the fact that it just takes up so much room. The gem light box is neat. I can't remember what the black one is called now from Cooks, and that's nice and neat. But then everything else is just too big, and we don't have room in this sort of place to sort of leave these things out. So that's why we like the little compact. But yes, Penny, certainly will do. Absolutely. Okay. Should we remove?
Yeah,
yes. Thank you. Good. He's only timed out for 30 seconds.
No, I've hidden.
You have hidden him, yeah?
Yeah, hidden.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Can I report?
Yes, report him.
I'm going to report you.
The second one down is quite a good one.
Yeah,
yes,
I think
we
so.
should report
There we
that.
are. Goodbye.
There we go. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yep, gone. We don't want you.
Let's have another question then, please, Lou.
Right, okay. Let's see.
It's 5 o'clock. So it's 5 o'clock here. 5 o'clock here, but we're on a bit of a diet now this week, aren't we?
We are.
Because we ate an awful lot because it was Louise's birthday. And we had a bit of a birthday weekend, and
we did,
again, ate a nice lot of food, which is absolutely fabulous. Okay, sorry, let's have another question.
Okay. Rebecca has been wondering if a source of tougher stone is available in Europe. Would soapstone be an alternative for casting?
Tufa, I don't know. I know you can make things like for garden objects, making tufa, and I know people have used it for casting. I'll put it on my board. Tufa casting. I'll have a look. Sounds interesting, that. We'll have a look and see what that's all about. But I'll certainly bear it in mind and have a look. It's 5 o'clock.
It is 5 o'clock. Was there something else that we were going to say? I don't think there was.
If you drink enough, you won't even notice that you're hungry. Yeah.
I think I'm going to have half an hour on the shakti mat.
Oh no, this is Louise.
Do you know what? Actually,
it'd
be really good, wouldn't it? Because a lot of jewellers I know suffer from a bad back.
Yes.
So we've got this
shakti mat.
This shakti mat, which works on the principle of acupressure. And it was recommended to me by a lady who knows a lot about all of this type of thing. So it works on the principle of acupressure, and it's basically a bed of nails. It's not a bed of nails. It's a bed of of plastic spikes, which are nonetheless quite sharp. Not sharp enough to break your skin, but you lie on this Shakti mat, and for the first 5 minutes, it is...
Oh, it's painful.
Well, it was uncomfy. It was a bit like, oh, that is sharp. You don't expect it to be, nice.
Yeah.
Andrew made endless fuss. And I mean, really over the top.
Oh, it did. It was like somebody was ripping your back off, ripping your skin off.
Didn't we?
Yes.
Both of us fell asleep
Yeah,
after
absolutely.
10 minutes. And you wake up when the alarm, because set 20-minute alarm.
We even sat through the alarms.
But my neck and my back definitely feel...
Oh, there we
and
go.
it's supposed to be good.
Jana says Shakti mat. Yeah.
Yeah, aren't they fab? And I was really nervous. I was thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to be awful. But I love it. It's really good, and it's just, I think it's good for you. It's good for your muscles in that it's kind of, I've worked maybe on a sort of deep tissue massage level. Do you wear clothes? No. Well, I wear my modesty clothes, but you can put your bare back on it.
Yeah.
And it does
Smart.
a little bit more than if you didn't, I suppose. But I think you get more.
Benefit
you get it
from
more
don't
of a yes. It works a bit better. Yeah.
So that's what we're into. And also one thing we need to say is the fact that there's the bead show. The bead show is in Epsom Racecourse, Sandown, I do believe. It's on the, what is it now? 16th of 16th of October. This is in Sandown in Surrey, I do believe, and we are going to be there. We have Louise and I are going to be there, and if you want to come along and meet up for a coffee, you're more than welcome to come along and have a chat. We're going to be seeing what's there. The bead show, 16th of October, Sandown. 10 till 4, that's a Saturday. We shall be there. And also, the week after, it's also in Chepstow Racecourse, which is not far from us, but 3/4 of an hour drive. And we are going to be there as well. So not obviously showing or anything like that, but we're going to be there having a wander around, having a chat and so forth. So again, if you're at Sandown, 16th of October at the bead show, we're going to perhaps arrange something, have a coffee, come and have a chat. We'll have a chat with you, see what's going on. And also the 23rd of October, Chepstow Racecourse, we're going to be there as well.
Yeah.
How's that?
Excellent.
Isha, Epsom for Sandown. Sorry, do apologise. It's Isha, not Epsom. I'm buffering. Okay. I do apologise. Yes. There we go. Because Epsom Downs is nowhere near, is it? Sorry. Is it Surrey?
That's like when we were going to
I don't know.
Maidstone, and you decided it was in Maidenhead.
No, you decided it was Maidenhead.
You said. No. I never even heard of Maidenhead.
We're driving along, and Louise goes, "Oh, Maidenhead's only 15 minutes away." You said, "Gosh, I thought you said it was going to take us 4 hours to get there. We're nearly there." No, not Maidenhead. Maidstone, Louise. Maidstone. That's
your department.
That's to London and further. All right. Oh dear. How do you get dents out of 14 karat yellow gold charms? Really difficult, very quick. If you want to make a hole in it, put some water in it, close over the hole, put it in the freezer, the water will expand, hopefully then fill out the dents. You may be able to solder a little pin on the bottom of the dent and pull it out, just like body shops do. But apart from that, there's not much else you can really do, I'm afraid. Okay, how about that then, Louise? Is that about it?
I think we're done.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
Shall we go? That's about it then for today's question and answer. Thank you very much for everybody who's come on. Don't forget, starting next week, next Monday, we are going to be working up to a big reveal of Durston's brand new product being launched on Friday. We will be going live on Friday to reveal what it is. We are going to be getting our hands on one later on this week, having a play, see what it's all about, but we'll be releasing it 1st of October. Everyone, thank you very much for coming on. Sorry we haven't got around to everybody's question. My hair's terrible, isn't it? It's from acid, wasn't it? My hair. I need a hair. No, I've had a haircut.
Give you a haircut.
But I'm leaving it a bit long on top, a little bit short on the sides.
You need to go to the barbers.
No, I'm not going to the barbers, Louise.
Come on.
No, I'm not going to the
like
barbers. No. All right, everyone, thank you very much. Hope you all enjoyed the question and answer. Sorry we didn't get around to everybody's questions, but the ones we did get around to, we do it all in order. Thank you very much then, really good. Thank you very much for the donation to Louise's birthday. Steve, thank you very much, and thank you, David, for that. Really, really kind of you. Thank you so much indeed. Anything else we need to say, Louise, before we go?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
We did demonstrate the gem light loop.
The gem loop?
The gem loop on, it wasn't on At the Bench. I wonder, can we share it on At the Bench?
I can try. Certainly.
Because we put a little reel on, because, reels are the thing, aren't they?
Yes.
And Claire has put on the forum about reels and how great they are, so I took the plunge anyway. And I don't know if I should mention this.
Go on then, Louise, go on.
But if you've got a business page... No, I won't mention it. I'll put it on the forum.
No, go on, you can mention it, 'cause it is really interesting.
Well, if you've got a business page...
We found a little hack, didn't we?
I don't know. I don't know, because on the shop Instagram, when I try and do a reel, the music is just...
Because it's a business.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I've done... I suppose there is a drawback to it. So what I've done is I've done the reel on my personal, which I don't really put much on there anyway. It's nothing I wouldn't put. There's nothing I wouldn't want to share anyway. I think you do have to have an open profile perhaps as well. I don't know. So there's nothing I wouldn't share anyway. It's nothing unprofessional. It's nothing. It doesn't divulge anything. So that's the one thing I would say. Be careful of what you.
Yeah.
If you're linking your personal profile to your business profile, but you can add a collaborator. So when you add a collaborator, obviously it opens up. I'm not explaining it very well. I filmed it on my personal profile, so I could basically use any music in the world on my reel and not just the rubbishy
half a dozen that a business one is
that
limited
are business
to.
Approved, that are royalty free or whatever. And
if you collaborate,
and then I added myself, my business profile as a collaborator, and it seems to have worked.
It seems to let it through. So,
but then I pointed obviously my customers at my business profile, at my personal profile, which some people
won't want.
So bear that in mind, obviously, because it's advertised then on your business profile.
Yes.
But as long as you even just set up a personal profile
to be able to do it
as a professional, capacity. In a professional capacity, and get around it that way.
And don't make your Instagram.
But that's not very. Actually, we shouldn't suggest that, should we? Because that's not very fair on the musicians, is it? I've just realised what I've said.
It's not, but it's a way round it, isn't it? Everyone, I pay enough in PRS and PPL.
Yeah, that's true. We do pay our PPLs and our PPRs.
We do pay it.
There's a movie one as well now. If you show the telly on your premises, it's a movie license thing.
Lisa's just saying that's how she found us yesterday. The post came up with you both.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yes, it's just
So make up a personal Instagram page.
Business profile for Instagram, definitely.
Yeah, so make up a personal Instagram profile so you can make a reel on your personal Instagram profile to use all the music you can, and collaborate then with your business page. With your business page that is limited, but the music is allowed. So that's a little bit of a way through, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably a bit naughty though. I do worry about the rules, don't I?
But if you're not supposed to do it, well then they should do something about it.
Because I wondered whether perhaps on the collaborated, on the shop side of it, that perhaps they just kept the music on it, but they didn't. So, yeah.
Well done, Louise, for finding that. We were in the
Instagram are watching, going, "Oh, fix that."
We were in the summer house, and we went, "Oh my gosh, it works! It works!"
It's like, I found a hack. Brilliant.
Right, everybody, thank you very much. Don't forget, give this film a little bit of a thumbs up if you like this, and we will see you. It's good for you to worry about the rules, but they dock you rhythmically if it wasn't okay. Perhaps they do, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. I don't feel so bad now.
And in fact, you could be right, because Louise put one on of me, all right, of me in the garage on my bike. Okay, so we turned our garage into a gym. Louise is on the running machine. I have a bike connected up to a computer, and it's like virtual world. Yeah, and I get hot and I get sweaty, and I still wear my cycling gear on this because it is, because of chafing and that sort of thing. And Louise did a bit of a reel, right, on her personal, and that had a couple of thousand views, didn't it?
Yeah.
But this could be right, and this is what you're saying.
I think they penalised.
In fact, they could have penalised the
they
one
haven't
that
served
Louise
it to as many
did.
people, have they? And Facebook do that as well. It's I think we need to dig a bit deeper on this, don't we? But yeah.
But it is interesting, perhaps the way you can get around it, but perhaps you won't get that many more engagements because they will limit the number of times.
Crafty cow, yeah. Let's put a stop to her. Think she's clever.
But yeah, try it. Perhaps try it. Perhaps to do 2 reels exactly the same, and put it on your personal profile and see how many views you get. And then collaborate then the same one with the business and see how many views that get, and compare the two. It may be something that we could actually look at. But if you're a member of At The Bench, don't forget, go onto the forum, open up a topic, and we can chat about this, and we can decide and see what goes on. So there we go. Anything else you want to say, Louise, before we go?
No, I don't think so. Just have a great week, everyone.
Have a great week. Hang on. Louise has got something.
If you've got any ideas about how we can raffle this lovely book.
So we need to raffle this book. Louise needs to raffle my book, The Art of Stamping by Mathieu Cheminade. And we will be doing a competition to rid us of this book. Brand new, still in the cellophane wrapper.
I know you are.
I know, I am. Oh, damn you. Everyone, take care. Louise, anything you want to say?
No.
Have a nice week. Everyone, thank you very much for joining us. See you next Monday at 4 p.m, 27th of September for the next Q&A. And in the meantime, everyone have a fantastic week, and we will see you very soon. Don't forget, keep an eye out on all our social channels for all the little bits and pieces that's coming up. We're going to be doing a tester of one of the workshops later on this week for the end of September. More information is going to be coming soon on social regarding that. And keep an eye out for socials for everything that we post. Everyone, take care. Louise, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Everyone, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.